Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the latest updates on Apple's M4 MacBook Pro lineup. Apple has introduced the new M4, M4 Pro, and M4 Max chips in the MacBook Pro, and there's a lot to talk about. And at the end, I'll show you how you can save a few $100s on a new laptop. The M series processors have really redefined performance standards, and the M4 takes it to a whole new level. Apple now offers 3 different chip options for the MacBook Pros: the M4, M4 Pro, and M4 Max. Each of these chips caters to different needs, so hopefully I can help you decide which is going to be best for you. And if I do, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel, and let me know down in the comments which MacBook Pro you plan on getting. The M4 is the standard option and offers great performance for everyday tasks, moderate multitasking, and even some creative work, now offering up to 2 external displays with the lid open, which is up from 1 in the M3 lineup. Out of the box, the M4 chip will give you 10 CPU cores, 10 GPU cores, and 16 gigabytes of unified memory, finally up from the standard 8 gigabytes that it has been. It still has Thunderbolt 4, but now has 3 ports instead of 2, and which will be more than enough for 99% of users. If you're someone who uses your MacBook for general productivity, light video editing, or tasks needing a bit more power to get through, the M4 will be perfect, starting at $1599. Next in line, the M4 Pro chip comes standard with a 12-core CPU, 16-core GPU, 24 gigabytes unified memory, and 512 gigabytes SSD, but you can upgrade up to a 14-core CPU and 20-core GPU and 48 gigabytes of memory, along with SSD, which this might be the best chip in this lineup, giving you 2 extra efficiency cores, where last year the upgrade only gave you 1. This chip is designed more for demanding users like editing 4K videos at higher frame rates, developers, and designers who need more power for resource-heavy apps, or even having multiple windows up at the same time. Recent Geekbench 6 numbers have been released, and the M4 Pro beat out the M2 Ultra, a chip that starts at $3999 in the Mac Studio. The M4 Pro is reporting single cores in the 3700 range and multi-core scores around 22,000, which is literally just nuts. Compared to the M3 lineup, the M4 Pro is easily 20% faster on single core and 40% faster on multi-core more than the M3 Pro. The M3 Pro MacBook Pro achieves scores of about 3100 on single core and 15,000 on multi-core. Even compared to the M3 Max, the M4 Pro will be about 20% faster on single core and marginally faster on multi-core. This chip starts at $1999 and from a value standpoint might be the best chip Apple has ever sold. The final chip in the lineup is the M4 Max and is an absolute powerhouse. With a 16-core CPU and a 48-core GPU, it's built for extreme tasks like 3D rendering, machine learning, and high-resolution video editing. So if you're a pro who needs every ounce of performance, the M4 Max is your best bet. 14-inch model, the M4 Max starts at $3199 and comes with a 14-core CPU, 32-core GPU, and 36 gigabytes of unified memory, with a 1 terabyte SSD. The 16-inch model starts at $3499 and comes with a 16-core CPU, 32-core GPU, and 36 gigabytes of unified memory with that 1 terabyte SSD before any upgrades, which will quickly raise that price. The 14 and 16-inch can be upgraded to a 16-core CPU and 40-core GPU, but the RAM can be upgraded to 128 gigabytes. I would say that the majority of people should get the base M4 or M4 Pro chip, and I really believe the sweet spot of getting the max performance for your dollar is the upgraded M4 Pro chip with a 14-core CPU and 20-core GPU with 24 gigabytes of unified memory, and you can decide if you want the 1 terabyte of SSD upgrade for an extra $200. Although alluring, the M4 Max is just the individual who is spending 8 hours a day or more in extremely graphic intensive work. If you have the $3,200 burning a hole in your pocket, by all means, this computer will give you nothing to complain about except maybe not having Face ID and that camera notch at the top. Each of these chips also includes Apple's latest neural engine for faster machine learning, which is ideal for AI applications, graphics rendering, and real-time analytics. Next up, let's talk about the design and display. Apple has kept the iconic design that we saw in the previous generations, but they've made some subtle improvements to enhance your user experience. The Liquid Retina XDR display still comes with ProMotion, which means 120Hz refresh rate, and this makes everything feel smoother, whether you're scrolling through web pages, working in apps, or watching high definition content. The one change Apple did make is the peak brightness can now hit up to 1600 nits, making it perfect for HDR content and outdoor usage, and the XDR display can ramp up to 1000 nits of brightness when you're viewing SDR content outside. That's much brighter than the 600 nits the M3 model was capable of in these conditions. Now let's get into the core of why the new M4 MacBook Pro is so powerful, the performance and efficiency. Thanks to the architecture of the M4, M4 Pro, and M4 Max, this lineup is faster and more power efficient than ever. The M4 chips use a 3nm architecture, which boosts CPU performance by 20% and GPU performance by up to 30% compared to the M3 models. This means smoother multitasking, faster rendering times, and better handling of heavy tasks without heating up or throttling. Apple has also maintained its lead in energy efficiency. The new MacBook Pro offers up to 24 hours of battery life on the M4, with slightly reduced hours on the M4 Pro and M4 Max due to their higher power output. But even with the M4 Max, you're looking at a full day's worth of battery life for most tasks. One of the best parts of this generation is the improved connectivity options. The standard M4 MacBook Pro will now have 3 standard Thunderbolt 4 spots, up from just 2 in the M3 lineup. Meanwhile, Apple has equipped the MacBook Pro with 3 Thunderbolt 5 ports, which offers faster data transfer speeds and support for multiple 4K or even 6K external displays. We also get an HDMI 2.1 port, which supports 4K output at 120Hz and 8K at 60Hz, making this an excellent choice for professionals who work with high-resolution monitors. You'll also find the return of the MagSafe charger, which is not only convenient, but also safer as it detaches easily to prevent accidental pulls. MacBook Pro can reach charging capabilities of 140 watts on both the 14 and 16-inch models using the MagSafe 3 charger, and the 14-inch can reach 140 watts using the USB-C connection along with MagSafe. The M4 MacBook Pro comes optimized for macOS Sonoma and Apple Intelligence. Although all Apple Silicon chips from M1 on will be equipped with Apple Intelligence, the M4 chip with 16 GB unified memory will unleash all of its potential. The camera gets a boost to a 12 megapixel center stage camera that can follow the person around the room. It also comes with a new feature, Desk View, that magically can show both your desk space and face in the same call. So is the new M4 MacBook Pro right for you? It depends what you're currently using. If you're upgrading from an Intel-based Mac or even the M1, the M4 will be a massive jump in power and functionality. I would say if you have an M2 or M3 Mac, it depends what you're using it for, because these are still great chips and you might not see the performance boost you're looking for yet. And as I said before, an easy way to save a couple $100 on a new MacBook is going to the Apple Education Store. If you're in any way a student, you can take advantage of these savings, which can net you savings of over $200 on some of these MacBooks, which is an incredible deal, and even $100 off of the base M4 MacBook Pro. If you found this breakdown helpful, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more updates on the latest Apple releases. Let me know in the comments which M4 MacBook Pro model you're most excited to try out, or which one you've already pre-ordered. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below and I'll be sure to answer every single one of them. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.